Those of you who know me very well know that I am a deeply creative soul. I'm very in touch with my emotions. I like listening to my cigarettes after sex and my Lord Hurons, and I have a sensitive soul, right? I have a sensitive creative soul, which is what I want to talk about today, because I think a lot of the, let's say, the manosphere, right? The manosphere, the fucking red pill. We often really focus in this space on the super hyper masculine, fucking beating people up and, stoicism. That's very, very important. Don't get me wrong. As someone who is continually experiencing more and more of life, who is throwing himself into the deep end, who is falling in love with schizophrenic white women consistently. I'm going to the sparring sessions, I'm getting the shit kicked out of me, and I'm a man on a relentless pursuit of excellence. I understand the absolute importance of being a savage, being a warrior, a warrior in a garden, right? That's what people say, and I like that saying, actually. Also, no one talks about how important it is to be a kind, gentle, creative soul, right? No one actually puts any sort of importance on that in this space, which I find to be a shame, because if you're going to be a multifaceted man of total excellence, that is a part of your life which you need to level up, much like any other facet. Because, my friends, emotional depth is such a beautiful thing, and it's such a beautiful gift that you can give to those around you, especially for women. If you are an emotionally deep king, also ruthless in nature when you have to be, of course, you're going to mine so much more value out of relationships in your life, both with friends and lovers. So the warrior side of things, I'll quickly breeze over, because I think we all know it's like, discipline, capability, stoicism, your physical training, whether it's boxing or weightlifting, it's order, it's purpose, it's having strong frames, strong boundaries, right? Now, the poet is what a lot of men shut themselves out of, because we've been psyoped into thinking that being in touch with our sensitive side or our creative side, our creative soul that we all have deep within us, is gay. That's fucking gay, Sam. You're in touch with your feelings. What are you, a homo? No, I'm not a homo. Shut up, Billy. I'm not a homo. Being in touch with that side of yourself doesn't equal weakness, as the world will have you believe. It actually just means that you're able to express your emotions far deeper and with a lot more precision, which is very important that you understand your own feelings and what makes you feel certain ways, so that you can adjust and continually self-improve in that realm. If you're shutting yourself off from feeling deeply, you're not really solving the problem, you're just shying away from it. And that's going to cause a whole lot of other problems in your life, especially when you're trying to connect to other people. I've met plenty of people who are really successful externally in their own right. They've built an awesome business, or they're making good money and this and that. But when I try to connect with them, it's like trying to get blood out of a stone, It's very difficult, because I think they've just sort of turned themselves off from who they are emotionally. And it's very hard to really relate to anyone on the human condition if they don't allow themselves to fucking feel it sometimes, You might have found yourself in this scenario for a few different reasons, one of which is that you're so tapped into the mainframe of, Instagram algorithms and all of this garbage. You're fucking watching your iShow speed stream highlight funny moment fart compilation videos to the point where your brain is so fucking fundamentally broken you're no longer able to experience any sort of emotion unless it's like such a insanely hype beast funny XD fucking edited montage moment. On the flip side, you could also turn yourself up from feeling very deep emotions by, I don't know, getting your heart broken or being betrayed by a friend, and you might just think, you know what, that really fucking sucked. Therefore, I'm never going to fucking open up my heart to the world ever again. which is a situation which a lot of men find themselves in. And I don't blame them, honestly, because, man, I've felt those things. I've been horribly betrayed by friends. I've been soul-crushingly heartbroken, you know? And fuck me, I don't really want to experience those things again, but it's through the slow processing of those emotions and allowing myself to feel them that I'm able to learn, grow from it, forgive very importantly, and allow myself to once again open up my heart to that, even though, yeah, it does run the risk of, you know, getting your heart broken or your friend like betraying you. It does. But what's the alternative, man? You're just gonna be a fucking skinwalker your whole life? Things happen to us for a reason. Everything happens to teach us something. Turning off your brain, turning off your emotional side, it might solve the problem in the sense of, you know, it will never happen again, but it closes off so many opportunities to connect with people on a deep level. And I think that's such an important, beautiful side of human experience, which a lot of men, they just tap out of, you know. I think most creative people, they are really in tune with their emotions. And I'll tell you right now, if you're looking for the next sort of 10x idea for your business or your self-development or how to become more attractive to girls, I'm telling you right now, those answers lie in your creativity. They really do. Like, being in tune with yourself, allowing yourself to really feel and to think, that is how you're going to get the ideas which are ultimately going to transform your life. It's also really important when you want to lead people, when you want people to rally behind you. And if you don't understand people's emotions, and if you're not tapped into that, you're gonna have a really hard time relating to people. And in case you're just thinking now like, oh, well, I don't really consider myself a leader, I don't really wanna lead. Buddy, when you are in a relationship with a woman, you are leading her, you understand? You are now the leader. You need to be able to lead. You need to be able to understand your emotions, their emotions to a certain extent. I mean, sometimes women just, I'll let you guys know once I've figured that one out, but you need to at least fucking try, okay? And without this deep understanding of your own emotions as well, you're gonna lack so much depth to your mission as well. You're gonna lack so much why. Like, why am I even doing what I'm doing, you know? And that's very important for me personally. I don't really get that inspired by money, you know, like, I need to make more money so I can buy more material goods so that then I will be happy. Like, I don't really vibe with that. What gets me really excited, what gets me out of bed, and what really lights my soul ablaze is impact. When someone walks up to me in the street and says, Jesus, Sam, is that you? I've fucking used to watch your work. You really made such a massive impact on my life. I was able to transform it. I'm living out in Bangkok, Thailand now, meeting some of my students, and they're telling me like, wow, Sam, like, you know, your course really fucking changed it for me. Like, that negotiation module made a few things click for me, and I was able to charge ×5 more, and then I was able to fucking retire my mom, you know? That gets me like fucking excited. Like, I have a fucking folder full of shit like this. Whenever I feel bad on myself, I'll literally open up that folder and just read them, and just to remind myself like, I'm doing like fucking good work here. I need to continue. I need to be strong for these guys, you know? So how do you balance these two incredibly important facets of your life without becoming soft? Because I'm not sitting here and telling you like, yeah guys, like fucking bump Juice WRLD all day and fucking feel really sad all day and just be a fucking pussy. Like, I'm not saying that. Please don't do that. It is a very delicate balancing act, because there has been times in my life, as I just mentioned, like, I didn't have the warrior side of me yet. I was just a fucking flaccid bit of seaweed, just like, woo, just fucking sliding around, you know, like letting life happen to me. And that's awful. And that's awful because life does not take kindly to feathers in the wind. You will get the shit kicked out of you by life if you don't have any sort of warrior spirit. But at the same time, most men, they go from one extreme to the other, and they have zero warrior spirit, a bit of seaweed, and the pain from that is enough to scare them from ever experiencing their emotional side once again, you know. And I guess I'm just making this video to remind you that it's no good becoming a savage and a warrior if you aren't even able to experience what the human condition is about. I find that to be the most interesting part of all this. Art is essentially someone trying to convey their experience of the human condition to you through their chosen art form. Now, my chosen art form for the longest time was video editing. And that served me very, very well. I was able to make an insane business out of it. And now I teach over 600 students how to do exactly that, which is beautiful. But it's also singing. I'll fucking sing. Why not? Fuck it. I'll upload a video of me singing on Christmas Eve. See what happens. You know? Sometimes it's journaling. Sometimes it's lighting up some candles and an incense and listening to my favorite music. I guess one actionable thing I want you to take away from this video is just the quick mindset shift. And I feel like if you just sort of plant this seed in your brain now, just think, you know, I want to undo the psyop. Like, being in tune with your emotions as a man is not gay, all right? I want you to drill that thought into your skull, right? Because I can sit here and tell you a bunch of super autistic, actionable advice like most people do. Like, yeah, bro, so here's the actionable steps. Step 1, I want you to do a journal. And then I want you to listen to fucking Lord Huron or whatever, right? That's going to be forced, okay? Because that is solving the symptoms of the problem, not the catalyst. The catalyst is you probably think that being in touch with your emotional side is gay, or you've been stung in the past and you've become too callous to connect to it. I'm telling you right now, it's a sign of strength to be both a warrior and a poet. And as long as that thought manifests itself in your brain, I'm certain that you will find the answers as to how you can connect to your emotional side authentically to yourself. Not me having to tell you how, you walking your own pathway like a fucking man. And brother, I believe in you. I'll end with a quote. A man without a sword is weak, but a man without a soul is lost. If you want to learn how to live a lifestyle of financial location and creative freedom through video editing, go ahead and check the first link in the description right now. Much love, brother. Take care.
Peace.